What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Car Talk with your boy Sanch. What do we got today, man? We got a couple different stories. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm just gonna cover a couple things today. First of all, we got Christopher Darnell Jones. You know, Christopher attended the University of Virginia, and we don't know what went wrong yet. But he snapped. 3 people are dead, 2 people are injured. One of the first things I realized, like, kind of just scrolling through the comments on the story, was like, our first thing obviously as black folk was, damn, like, and it was a nigga that did this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we never, like, let's just be honest, it's usually not us when it comes to the mass shootings and shit like that. The next thing that I noticed was just a bunch of people trying to, like, justify it, not even trying to justify it really, but trying to, like, find a reason why. They were like, well, he must have been provoked or something must have pushed him to that, because we don't do that type of stuff. That shit was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I even saw a post by supposedly somebody that he grew up with, that was a friend of his from childhood, that type shit, and he was like, yo, he worked super hard to get into that school. There has to be more to the story. Must have been self-defense. I had to stop. I had to, I had to respond. Like, first of all, there is no justification for 3 dead bodies and 2 injured people on a university campus. He wasn't in the trenches. You feel me? The man said self-defense. Like, self-defense is you got the blicky on you. These 3 niggas rolled up on you with a blicky on them, got bodied, and then you had the boogie from the scene. Maybe 2 people got hit because they were bystanders. That's not what this is, nigga, or else they would have already said that. Like, 3 other guns were recovered at the scene of the crime, or whatever the case may be. This was not self-defense, bro. So at best, it was niggas threatened him. Right? Cool. At what point do you apply to the rules of the new lifestyle that you're trying to live? Because if you work so hard to get into university, that means you wanted to better yourself. That means you wanted to be more than stuck in the hood. That means you wanted to be a part of regular society. Like, you know what I'm saying? That means you have to follow the law. That means you can't handle disputes and threats with violence. That means go take your ass to the dean and report that shit. So-and-so said they were gonna body me this week. So-and-so said if I didn't do so-and-so, they was gonna kill me. At what point do you let go of a mentality that you were raised in, if that was the case? And I don't think that's even the case. I think sometimes the hardest working and most focused and determined out of all of us human beings, not black people, just human beings in general, the people who are the most driven, the most focused, who take the least amount of breaks, who people always look at them and go, God damn, how the fuck do they do that, bro? These motherfuckers just keep on working. Those are the ones that snap because they're not taking care of themselves. You know what I mean? So I think these guys may have maybe maybe not even. Maybe it was completely untriggered. But like, I think these guys may have like made fun of him, or you know what I mean, poke fun at him, or tried to make his life a little bit miserable at the school. You know what I'm saying? And I think he just snapped. I think he snapped one day and said, "All right, bet. Y'all think it's that? It's not that." You feel me? And he just came through on a mission. Regardless, man, whether it was that or something else, these are just my assumptions, right? And honestly, I shouldn't even be assuming or speaking my assumptions about a situation like this, because I know there's a lot of people going through a lot of pain right now. You know what I'm saying? So RIP to the people who passed. I pray for the healing. What the fuck? This motherfucker came through with a whole fucking sound system on his back. Anyhow, sorry guys. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I just wanted to say RIP to the the fallen students. You should never have to worry about your safety when it comes to getting your education. These are people who applied themselves and tried to do things the way that society told them that they should do it. And they tried to follow the rules and take the path that they tell us that we need to take. And they lost their lives for it. Lastly, I would like to say there was a student who came on there and kind of just commented about the conditions. Some of it was a little bit, petty, as far as, yeah, you're stuck in the library and you haven't eaten for a very long time, and that sucks, but yeah, your brains are still inside of your head. So maybe bitch a little bit less about that. But there's other things that meant that really were shocking. It was like, they're saying that, the teachers were trying to still get them to participate in exams, and saying, they're switching things to online so that they can, continue to study and prepare for the exams and stuff like that. That's insane. If you're a fucking teacher and you didn't see that at this point, maybe you should give these kids a fucking break. You guys are sick. You need fucking help. You feel me? Because, I don't know, maybe because you're chilling at home and, fucking your wife and chilling and relaxing and you know what I mean? You're all, you're not worried about it. This ain't no bullets flying where you at. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. But other than that, I don't understand how you could think that these guys would even be in the mental headspace for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people they went to school with are now dead. There is a man who they went to school with who killed them. They're not in the headspace to focus on. It's a sick system, bro. It's a sick system. It's really a sick system, bro. And I'm just happy, at the end of the day, I'm not against school. I think, school is for some people. And I think everybody should do what works for them. But, yeah, please do what you want to do. Please just don't get into things because of what other people tell you is the right thing to do. Because this system don't give a fuck about you. And as long as you understand that and you go into it with that knowing and that knowledge and you're like, all right, cool, this is what I'm going to do with it. This is how I'm going to flip it. But just understand that, bro. Nobody gives a fuck if you graduate summa cum laude or whatever the fuck. I don't even know how to pronounce that shit, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a fuck. Your mom's gonna smile, your dad's gonna be happy, but like you gonna come out and work for an asshole who don't give a fuck. You feel me? So please do what makes you happy, bro. Do what makes you happy, and if that's school, do that. But yeah. Side note, we got the return of the Mac. Oh my God, the return of the Mac. Oh my God, return of. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. You know Trump's coming back 2024, man. It's gonna be some shit. I don't know what y'all think. He gonna win? He gonna win? I feel like he might win, bro. And I was really stressed out the entire 4 years that he was president living in this country. But, you know, fuck it. One thing I do sincerely believe is that he did some things that were beneficial. He had a lot of policies that were not good for people like me. I'll just say that. And he incited an environment that made it dangerous for people of color in America. You know what I mean? So regardless of the economic benefits and stuff like that, I just think that if a person has a policy, like a lifelong policy, like this is how he runs his businesses as well. He pits everybody against each other, and his whole ideology is like, you know, the strong will rise to the top and the weak will fall. You know what I'm saying? And so he pits everybody against each other. You know, I think it's in his. But this is just how he is, and yeah, I just think that somebody who has an ideology like that is going to destroy the country. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because I think that the status quo is an illusion. It's a misrepresentation of freedom. It's a facade. You know what I mean? And as long as we're eating and we're making money and we're living day to day, we all are just content to just pretend and keep on pretending that this is cool. Like, this is how life is supposed to be. It's not. You know, these systems are oppressive, and they're not just oppressive to black people, they're oppressive to all people underneath a certain tax bracket. So let's say 85% of the people. 85? 95. Yeah, 95. I was thinking like 5% in mathematics, which I don't really know. So I'm just going to stick with the regular people mathematics. But yeah, you know, so 95% of the people are being oppressed by the system. And there's these illusions of separation. So, you know, these people think, oh, you know, well, yeah, things might be bad for me, but at least I'm not them. You know what I mean? I don't gotta live in the projects. And niggas in the projects be like, all right, well, you know, things are bad for me, but at least I'm not them. You know what I'm saying? And then the people in the trailer parks are like, you know, things are bad for me, but at least I'm not black. And it seems like we end up at the bottom of the totem pole as far as the whole oppressive system is structured in mostly all countries, and even our own. We are repressed in those, you know. Um, but yeah, but we're you're lost if you think you're better than anybody else because of anything. You're the fact that you own a home, or or you're white, or or you have curly hair instead of like, or you have 4C hair instead of 4B. Like whatever the fuck your thing is, you're lost, man. We are all in the same fucked up boat. And we're slowly drowning. I know it sounds a little bit depressing, but I don't feel depressed because, like, I just feel like I feel this energy, and it's like, yo, things are changing, bro. Things are changing. People are waking up. People want a better life. People want love. People want harmony. People want different things, bro. People are sick, like sick of the status quo. And this system is not gonna it's not gonna destroy itself. They're always gonna try and find a way to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to it's gonna have to be destroyed from the inside. And I think Americans are stupid enough to let Trump get reelected, bro. Like, not all Americans, obviously, but like I'm just saying, like, I feel like the fact that he was even able to get elected once is kind of a crazy story, but I think people are stupid enough to elect him in again because of all the hate, um, and the selfishness. Because it's not all hate. There's a lot of black people who support Trump because like a lot of his policies were enriching to the community, and that's I'm not gonna say it's wrong. Sure, like you want to vote for whoever for whatever reason, that's cool. I just think it's selfish. You know what I mean? Because you're thinking about yourself, you're thinking about your pockets, but you're not thinking about the environment and what it's creating for other people who look like you. And your ideology may be, all right, well, I got my strap and I got my guns and I got my this, so shit, I'm ready for whoever want to start some drama with me. You feel me? But what about everybody who isn't? You know what I'm saying? What about your brothers and sisters who are not prepared to go to war with the entire country and don't want to? Like, you feel me? So I just think it's selfish because, like, I think clearly I don't even know if he's racist. I don't think he is racist. I think he's just a manipulator. And so he uses any tactics and anything that he feels will give him more power. You know what I mean? So if he knows, okay, if I cater to these guys and I dog whistle a little bit of racism here and there, it's gonna get them whipped up. They're gonna be energized. They're gonna go to the polls. They're gonna do whatever they have to do to make sure I win. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna tap into it. He's gonna tap into the hatred. And if our community figures out our power and we start utilizing our power, he'll tap into our community too. He'll cater to us too. He like kind of keeps one foot in, one foot out. Anyhow, like that's what Kodak was about. It was about trying to prove that he was cool. He's like, hey, look, I fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? I fuck with y'all. Look, I put Kodak back out on the streets, nigga. Y'all gotta vote for me next time around. Fucking me, nigga. Trump trying to show you he with the shits, bro. You feel me? But, jeez. Yeah, I think he will destroy the country, and on top of that, I don't think he's gonna leave after 4 years. However long he ends up staying, he gonna end up staying. But it's by the end of his term, the country will be done, bro. Because we went from 4 years of that to now 4 years of Biden. Biden's like so lackluster, and Oh, Lord. That just goes to show you the system. We the people wanted Bernie Sanders. That's who the people wanted. The system decided he could never ever see the presidency because he's too radical. Wants too much change. He doesn't fall in line. He says, why does things have to be that way? They don't have to be that way. We could change them. You feel me? He really believes in change. He really believes in transformation. You know what I'm saying? That's who we wanted. Let's be honest. That's who we wanted. So, and they took that. They said you can't have it, even though everybody was riding for him. You know what I'm saying? So America will get what they want. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be good for us. Those of us who are awake. The Kyries, the the Yays, and once again, by me shouting these guys out doesn't mean that I agree with all of the things that they agree with. I just think that for the most part, they are, you know what I mean? They're people who are waking up and have strong opinions about who they are and what they represent and what they should represent, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for black people to identify as being Jewish. That's not anti-Semitic. It's anti-black to say that that's anti-Semitic, and that should be more disgusting to people than anything else. Anyhow, I don't know, man. The world's crazy right now, but it's gonna get better. Trust me, it's gonna get better. I already know what it is. Family, money, everything. Let's get it, baby. Whoa!